Sup everybody, Dustin from My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm going to be talking about the Laisimo L1 200 watt box mod. It's got a fancy screen. That's probably the first thing you're going to notice. That's the first thing I'm going to talk about. It's got a nice little screen on here. It allows you to change the background, see all the HUD, the head, or whatever you want to call it on the front. It's pretty nice, aesthetically pleasing, customizable somewhat, whereas the colors and stuff like that. Tells you everything you need to know right there on the front of the screen. You can also jump into this, tell everything about it with an app on your phone. And I know Bluetooth is kind of gimmicky, but they seem to be doing it the best with this device that I've used out of Bluetooth devices, whether it's a charger or a box mod. Cool thing about this device is whenever you're using it, you have the app up. The information that usually shows on the screen is kind of gimmicky. Whereas, when you hit the button and you're vaping and it says like 1 second, 2 seconds, and it's got the puff length counter. It also displays it on the phone. Voltage pops up, whatever you're vaping. Really interesting if you want to see the specs of your device when you're using temperature controllers. You can watch the wattage go up and down, whereas you really can't see it when you're vaping it because obviously the screen's down here at your chin or wherever it's at. You can notice everything on the phone. You can also customize everything on the device using the app on your phone, like wattage, voltage, etc., temperature control mode, all that stuff. You can also set 3 different memory functions. So you can set one memory, let's call it memory 1, for your favorite RDA or your favorite non-temperature control tank. Memory 2 is for your favorite tank or another tank that has a different liquid in it that vapes different settings or whatever. Instead of having to manually go through each, set every time you set up a new RDA or a tank or whatever and having to go into the settings manually and change everything, you could just go to M1, M2, M3, and just go ahead and switch over to whatever you need them to be for that particular device. Or, device, hardware, tank, RDA, whatever. Another cool thing is backgrounds. I don't have a background on right now, but you can change the backgrounds on this device you have to hook it up to a computer and preload it, which I didn't do. These are the defaults. This is considered background 1, which is just a black screen. Shows you everything on the device that you need to see, wattage, the resistance, whether it's power mode, the voltage it's going to show. It just shows up real nice. And you can switch it to background 2. Just switches right there with the device or with your app, changes immediately in real time. That's super cool. None of this connecting it to a computer, running the software, changing it on the software, uploading it to the device, checking the device to see if it all uploaded the way you wanted it to, and playing with it. It all updates in real time. That's pretty cool. If you want to have a little cool background, your family, your dog, or memes, whatever you want to have on the back of this thing, you could go ahead and upload that and have yourself a nice little personal display. All the specs you need from the device, your puff count, puff limit, that's cool. You can set that up there. Set a puff limit. It'll give you a little alert letting you know, like, hey, you're hitting this thing more frequently than you usually do. If you don't want to get too much nicotine in a day, you can control that. That's neat. I'm not going to use that, but there is someone out there that does use that because there's all kinds of people using apps where they actually track how often they use the device. Well, this is pretty cool that you can just have a built-in counter in this thing letting you know everything that you're doing. It does use temperature control, nickel, titanium, let's see, I believe stainless steel. I can just check this immediately. Plan. Sorry, there. Uses nickel, titanium, and stainless steel. So yes, that is an option. Sorry about that. Very professional having to look this up while I'm doing it. All in all, I really like this thing. It's kind of a heavy device. It is dual 18650s, which mathematically I don't think it can be true 200 watts, but I don't ever go up to 200 watts. I'll never use 200 watts, but I don't think the math's there to make this a 200 watt device. I also don't know the price on this device. It could be $1,000. It could be $50. I like it though. I will be using this device, or I will be using it for the next week or so, playing with it and just seeing what it has to offer. But all in all, right now, big fan of it, and I really do recommend it. I'd like to see more devices like this with better screens. Maybe a way to protect these screens a little bit, because I am terrified of dropping this. So hopefully we see more stuff like this, get better screens. I'd love to see DNA chips like this. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you check this device out. I hope it's what you're into, because I like to see more stuff like this, and the only way we get more stuff like this is if the market decides that you guys want stuff like this too. I don't have enough money to give an incentive to companies to keep making these. But yeah, thank you for watching the video, and thank you for vaping.